Anthony Hartwig here with a Lisbon Girls basketball season preview and coach's corner. We're joined by the head coach of the Blue Devils, Nikki Meek. Coach, thank you so much for coming on and talking to us today.
Hey, Anthony, thanks for having me.
All right, so before we get into all the exciting things that are going on this season, let's have a little bit of a recap of last year for those fans out there that don't have basketball maybe fresh on the brain. They need a little recap, and then of course, what you think the returning players can learn from last year's experience.
Last year was my first year as the head coach at Lisbon. I'd been there a few years, and I had known the girls and everything, but putting in the new program and my expectations and getting everything together, we all went through a learning curve, and that's some of the things we talked about in the summer, and some things that they really have bought into, and the way that I like to have things done. And I really think, based on some scrimmages we've had early and our summer work and everything, we're much more improved. So we have 4 seniors and 5 sophomores and 6 freshmen. So we got good numbers, and I'm really excited to see this year for them.
It's always great to hear a program having good numbers because we know that not every program does. Let's meet those numbers, meet the roster, talk about the players that are going to be big impacts this year for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, my 4 seniors are Emmy Cook, Lila Brown, Madeline Klein, and Jaden Smith. They have meshed so well together. The camaraderie is really good. All 4 are great leaders. And then we round out with a sophomore, Bridget Newbold, who had started last year and is really works well with those 4 seniors. Underneath that, I have 5 sophomores that also lettered last year, and they really are stepping up and guiding these 6 freshmen. I got Delaney Pickens and Sophia Brown so far coming up and giving us some good minutes in these scrimmages for varsity, and in different roles. And the freshmen, I have some really all around good players that I'm glad they came out to keep this movement going. I have a good little defensive guard in Ellie Burkholder, and I got a little shooter in Grayson Owens, and some other freshmen that really, I think, are meshing together. The locker room is great this year, and I don't have any complaints. So I'm happy to have them all.
You, of course, had that good core of seniors, but outside of that, it's all kind of young players that
Yes,
are
it is.
getting experience this year. What's it like for a coach to know that, this year is going to pay dividends for the program in the future? Because a lot of kids are going to get experience that they can use the next 2 or 3 years, even in this program.
Yeah, as we started off, you talked a lot about numbers. And my biggest thing in working with my athletic director, Kyle Bing, I can't thank him enough, because we are working all around in all the counties trying to get us some JV games. Our league, we're only one of 3 between us, United, and Columbiana. I really want my girls to play. I think it hurts a program trying to build when you can't get JV games. These girls work extremely hard in practice. They don't miss. They're getting beat up. They do everything that we ask them to do. They need rewarded with playing. And we've been able to do that. We had some JV scrimmages. We've got some games where they'll travel to. The JV opens tomorrow at Beaver Local. And it's great experience. It's great floor time. And that's what they need, because they have the skill. They just need that playing time and that more time together to mesh with their sophomores and seniors.
All right, so now let's transition into the schedule. You mentioned the EOAC. We'll start with the conference, of course. What do you see out of it this year, and how can you kind of finagle the Lisbon Blue Devils to be at the conversation at the top?
Yeah, the biggest thing that we always want to do is be able to compete with our big 3. Columbiana's has been rolling it for a little bit of time, 22-0 last year, and I mean, kudos to them. They beat, I think, everybody in the league by 50 points, so they have definitely set a bar. And then Southern's got a great team this year, and United always rounds out. So, we are switching some things up, and like I said, that extra year under our belt has really made a difference in some defensive strategies, understanding, how to drop back, how to talk. We're doing some different things in offense. And our biggest thing is we know they have a really high bar in our league, but we also know that we start taking care of things that we can do better. We're going to be able to compete really well in this league this year.
When you go outside of the conference, that's all about getting yourself ready for postseason and sharpening the tools. What kind of teams pop up outside of the EOAC that you're excited about?
There's we went with a little different schedule this year and we went with Division 7. We've been playing some really big East Liverpool Beaver local schools and stuff, and it's trying to keep the confidence up level in kids that are just getting overpowered. I'm just really happy to play some schools our size. So we're going up into Trumbull County and going to play some teams there in Chalker. Then we go all the way down in the OVAC and play Bridgeport. And then we have Wyndham that we open up with. And I'm just really excited to see these teams on our schedule that our girls can compete with. And that goes a long way in giving them some opportunities to do the things that they can do well.
Coach, we would never end these without giving you the chance to talk about your coaching staff and the people behind you that kind of help you make this program what it is, because I know there's a lot of people that kind of go into making your program as good as it is. So talk about the people in the background behind the scenes that kind of help you along the way.
I'm really fortunate. I have the same staff that I had last year. My assistant, Jamie Wise, come over from the boys' side, and he has just meshed so well with the girls. He is opposite of me, so when I get a little excited and a little demanding and stuff, he's able to step in and manage these girls really well. I have two great junior high coaches, Ryan Brown and Susan Rome, and we try to work as a team with all four because they're building these girls from the junior high to give to me. And I really think that that's a lot of success in how we got 6 freshmen this year. They're really working hard in the school system to get these girls out. And of course, my administration, Kyle Bing and Mr. Sifke has been phenomenal in helping us adjust the schedule, get us competitive, and, give us these opportunities to build this program back to where we want it to be. So I'm very fortunate to have a surrounding in the school and in my coaching to encourage all these girls.
Coach, we want to thank you so much for coming on, talking to us about your program. We're so excited for the season and being out there and covering your team all year. We can't wait to see them, and we can't wait to see you real soon.
I appreciate that. We're excited for this too. Thanks so much.